Okay, so I wanted to talk about drivers, more specifically, a kind of driver. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm praying to God that you are not this kind of driver, or more specifically, you've encountered them on the road. Now, let me lay out a scenario for you. You're driving down the road at 100 kilometers an hour. Now, I'm going to be using the metric system because A, I live in New Zealand, and B, I don't speak Imperial, so I don't want to have to rack my brain try to convert this to miles. So, 100 kilometers an hour, you're going down the road, and then you see a car in front of you. That car, unfortunately, is going about 20 to 30 kilometers slower, so they are going between 80 and 70. Now, unfortunately, because of the law, and because I'm hoping you're an upstanding citizen when it comes to road safety, you are not able to pass them because there's a double yellow line, because you cannot pass on a double yellow line because of safety reasons. Now, unfortunately, they are going 30 kilometers below the speed limit, so you are getting pissed, and understandably so. But this person will continuously go 30 kilometers slower than the speed limit on a double yellow line where you cannot pass, and they know it. And then, once you get to a double dotted white line, when you can pass, they will so suddenly start speeding up until they get to that, and therefore you cannot pass them because they've started to speed up and get ahead of you until it gets to the double yellow line again, and then they slow down. I've encountered this kind of driver so many goddamn times on the road, and it is infuriating, specifically here in New Zealand. Like, it sucks. And half the time, because I want to see the good in people, half the time I believe that these are just people that don't know what they're doing, and they're just unconsciously going slower than what they're required to. Now, I'm praying that that's the majority of the case, where they're just people that aren't aware of their actions and kind of go a bit slower than usual because they just don't realize it. They don't really look at the speedometer too much and realize that they're going at 80 instead of 100, or 95 instead of 100. I can accept maybe 90 if they're just like older, or somebody who's got behind the car for the first time and is a learner driver or restricted, or an old person. If you're in between those and you're doing that, it's kind of different. But if you are a kind of person that has experienced people, I believe that half of them are unaware, half of them are very aware of what they're doing, and they enjoy it so much to piss other people off. Like, I feel they take some kind of sick enjoyment of making sure that when you want to pass them, you can't, and they're going 30 kilometers slower than like what they're meant to, and it pisses me off. So if you're watching this, and I'm praying to God you're not one of these people, if you are, let me know, because I want to understand your mentality. Like, why do you do this? Like, do you do it to piss people off, or do you do it because that's genuinely just the way you drive? Like, seriously, it's baffling to me that people do this, and it's not just like a rare occurrence that this happens. This happens to me, and I don't drive that much, or at least on the road a lot, unless I'm like going to work or going to the gym or going home. I don't drive that much, but except in the weekend, like now, when I'm going on a long drive for like 30 minutes to help my like battery keep up, I encounter these people a lot here in New Zealand, and maybe it's just my bad luck. Maybe I'm the only one that's experienced this. Okay, that's a lie. I'm not the only one that's experienced this. I'm hoping. Now, if you are somebody that does this, explain it to me, please. And if you're somebody who has also experienced this with me, tell me I'm not the only one that's like had to deal with this, because like that would make me feel better, but also not so because other people have to deal with this the same as me. So I'm praying I'm not the only one, but I'm also praying that like if you have experienced this the same as I have, that you've had it a little bit better and not worse. Because if you're somebody that's had the same thing happen to you and it's worse than what I've experienced, I feel very sorry for you. Like, genuinely, I feel very bad for you. So I just wanted to kind of ramble about that because I've had to deal with it so much, and it's so goddamn irritating. I just need to get it off my chest. So yeah, that's about it. If you are somebody that drives like this, I want to know what's happening in your brain. Like, genuinely what is going on up there. And if you're somebody that's had to deal with this, I am praying it's not as bad as me. But yeah, that's about it. Just wanted to kind of ramble about that a little bit because I just felt like it. So yeah, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. And hopefully it's not as bad as this.